Hey dudes, welcome to Splat from the Past, the only 80s themed horror and sci-fi show where things can get totally radical. Now today, I will be interviewing my old friend Carole Acuna. She's a Bay Area stand-up comedian. I've known her since the very beginning of stand-up back in the mid-2000s, and we're going to be talking today about her career and her career as a dancer as well as a comedian and all that fun stuff. Reminisce about our early days at the Brainwash Cafe, and it's going to be pretty cool. I haven't talked to her in quite a long time. So, yeah, today I'll be interviewing Carole Acuna. I'd like to say happy birthday to Adrienne Barbeau. She turns 73 years young today. Very beautiful scream queen. You may remember from Creepshow, The Fog, Swamp Thing, all those classics. So, happy birthday, Adrienne Barbeau. Yeah, June 11th it is. And this weekend, I will be at Sinister Creature Con in Sacramento, California. I wish Adrienne was going to be there, but she isn't. Instead, it's going to be Michael Berryman, C. Thomas Howell, Steve Dash, who played Jason in Friday the 13th Part 2, Barbara Manolfi, and several others. It's going to be pretty fun. Sinister Creature Con in Sacramento. If you haven't been to that convention yet, check it out. It's going to be fun. So, without further ado, I'm just waiting for Carole to call. So, this is my interview with Carole Acuna. Hi, Carole.
Hey, Tommy, how you doing?
Good. How are you doing?
Good. Thanks for having me.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, we've known each other a long time, and we haven't talked in a while. But yeah, we'll get into that stuff in a bit. But now I know that you've been a dancer for most of your life. How did that begin for you?
Okay, yeah. So my mom, she was a dancer, and so she wanted me to be a dancer. So primarily she was a flamenco dancer. So I learned flamenco. Yeah, I grew up in it, and then when I was 3, I started ballet, and also my mom does Spanish dance, which is very similar to ballet, except it has some Spanish elements to it. So I grew up doing that, like Spanish dance and ballet and flamenco, and then from that came contemporary dance, and now I just do it all, jazz, hip hop. So I love to dance.
Nice. Can you tap dance?
Yeah, I can tap dance. Yeah, because flamenco and tap dance, they're both percussive dances, and there's a different technique. Flamenco is like very earthbound. You stomp in the floor, and then tap dance is more like you're shuffling on top of the floor, and so it's awesome to be able to do both, and also sometimes incorporate. When things become more modernized, I like to sometimes do that as well.
I know a lot of dancers. They all have fucked up feet. Do you have fucked up feet?
Well, I love to walk around barefoot in sandals. In fact, going for a walk. Is it too windy? Is it windy in my phone? I can't really tell. Do you hear a lot of wind?
Yeah, I see some wind out. Yeah.
Okay, but anyway, I like to walk around barefoot or foot-flop spots because you really have to take care of your feet as a dancer. So I think because I've taken care of them, they're not as ugly as they can be. I've definitely got my calluses. I can walk through hot coals. I'm good.
That's good. Yeah. When did you begin your interest in comedy? Were you always funny growing up?
Yeah, I was always nominated class clown for some reason. And I didn't really know why. Why do people laugh? I didn't know why. And then I had some traumatic experiences as a kid, and so for me, it was like a way to lift my family up. Even if it was momentarily, somehow I would just make a joke, and everyone would feel good for that moment. And so I've always had that. And then finally, I decided, well, people keep nominating me class clown, and I love doing this. Why don't I do something with it? And that's when I decided to start stand-up. I mean, I've done improv and sketch and stuff like that, but I specifically wanted to do stand-up because I make big faces and do impressions and all of that. So I wanted to be able to write my own material and all that, as you do with a stand-up comedian.
Yeah. Did you start? So you started out in sketch and improv first?
Before I started stand-up?
Yeah.
Yeah, I started even with acting. So I started, as a dancer, and just as a dancer, you're also an actor, and then because in order to express these dances, there's an element of acting, and then being an actor, I would just always naturally gravitate towards the funny side, and then that's how improv and sketch goes in there. It's like, oh, you're an actor, you're funny, do improv and sketch. And then from there, I'm like, but I really want to do more than that. So stand-up, you could do that. You can make up your own stuff. Mm-hmm. This whole conversation that happens with the audience, this whole interaction.
Yeah, that's how I started. I did stage acting in high school, and then improv too and stuff. So. Oh,
you did? Oh, yeah. You were a thespian.
Thespian. I'm barely a thespian, but yes.
Yeah. But then I'm a Meisner-trained actor, too. I did that 6 years ago. Meisner, are you familiar with Meisner training, Sanford Meisner?
Yeah, Sanford Meisner. He's like one of the greats along with Strasberg and Adler.
Yeah, that's right. So,
wow.
And also being Meisner-trained is good for a comedian because you're learning how to read other people's behavior while you're going through your huge emotional experience. So as a comedian, you can read the audience. Be like, if you're bombing or not, or whatever, how the audience is reacting to whatever you're saying,
Yeah, I was actually thinking about taking some Meisner training classes when I moved to LA, so that's on the radar.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
where do you live right now?
Reading.
Reading, okay.
Yeah, it's really boring up here.
Do you do stand-up? I know it's funny because my answer was like, okay, silence. Do you do stand-up in Reading?
I haven't done it over here. When I come down to the Bay Area every couple of months, I do it down there. But this is my means of being funny right now, is just doing my podcast.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah. Who were your favorite comedians growing up and your influences?
My influences as a comedian, definitely, because I'm a huge physical comedian and I do impressions and act outs, and people would always call me Rubber Face or the girl who makes weird faces.
Yeah.
Then they started calling me the girl like Jim Carrey, and I was like, who's that? And then I was like, oh my gosh, he's doing what I do. Like, I wasn't copying him, just naturally have like a similar, I'm just so physical and stuff like that. So definitely, obviously, Jim Carrey. And Robin Williams, Steve Martin, Richard Pryor, they just really moved me when I see their stand-up comedy and their comedic acting. So those are four of my big influences. And when you see my stand-up, a lot of people are like, oh yeah, kind of like Robin Williams meets Jim Carrey meets Steve Martin-ish.
Yeah. I got that from you when I used to see you at the Brainwash. I saw all that physical stuff.
Oh yeah.
Did you grow up in San Francisco?
I grew up in the Bay Area, so mainly in the East Bay.
Mm-hmm.
And I live in San Francisco now.
I see.
And I've lived in Spain and China, dancing.
Mm-hmm.
So I haven't always been here. And then I'm doing like the whole like Bay Area / LA thing.
Yeah.
So eventually I might be more in LA. I just keep working really hard as an artist, and if there is a calling for me to be there more, then I'll be there more.
Yeah, last couple of years I'd make a couple trips out to LA a couple times a year to see if I can get projects done or anything. I love it down there.
And what, sorry?
I said I love it down there in LA.
Oh yeah, me too. So do you also you're doing the podcasting? Are you also an actor? What are you currently doing?
Yeah, I'm doing a little bit of acting. Also, screenwriting. I've written a couple of scripts that I'm trying to pitch and sell and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Film?
Yeah, for like horror sci-fi films with comedic.
Horror sci-fi, oh yeah.
With comedic elements in them,
Yeah, that lends itself very well. I tell people that when trying to break down what makes something funny.
Yeah.
Similar formula as what makes something scary. It's like the elements of surprise.
Yeah, I take stuff from my own personal life and I make it more horrific than it is.
Oh, yeah.
That's where my source of material for horror comes from.
Yeah. Ooh.
When did you first get up on stage to do stand-up? What year and where was it?
was it? It was actually 2004.
Mm-hmm.
And it was actually at the comedy college. So I started at the San Francisco Comedy College. And then if some people are like, we have the comedy college, just count. But then it was still the same year, a few months later, at the Brainwash.
Oh, yeah, I interviewed somebody recently who went to the San Francisco Comedy College, too, around 2003 or 4.
Oh, who was that?
Oh, it was Evie Diamond.
It's so weird. I have to know who that is, but I don't. If I see their face, because I was there, so we have to.
Yeah,
I would recognize them.
Yeah, she's been pursuing stand-up seriously for 2 years now, but she did go there like 15 years ago, and then for personal reasons, she couldn't do stand-up for a long time, but now she can, and she's really funny.
Oh, that's so wonderful.
Yeah.
She's back. That's good.
Yeah, she's really funny, and she's very nice, too.
Yeah, because I had some things where I took a hiatus for a few years for, like, personal healing and stuff, because comedy, again, for me had, you know how comedy can relate, obviously, to trauma and all that. So it was triggering. So then I took some healing years, and then I came back to comedy with a whole fresh perspective, and also with the Meisner acting, that also helps with the authenticity too. So I could tell a joke, be authentic, my authentic self, and then do the huge act out, and then come back to like who I really am as a person.
Yeah, before my accident, before I started pursuing the biz and everything, I took at least 3 hiatuses during that time, and yeah, part of it was because of personal reasons. Part of it also was because of other comics just tearing me down and shit. And now I just don't let them get to me at all and stuff.
Yeah, the whole mindset. Yeah, when I first started that, I had to work on that too, to have a healthier mindset of not taking things personally and bouncing back from bombing, and it's all part of it. So now I'm able to do well or bomb and not go to such low lows and be like, oh, it's all part of it. Keep going. You're learning,
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. You just gotta do what's best for you and just fuck everybody else.
Yeah, because every comedian has their own perspective, and if somebody's like, that's not funny, the comedian's telling you that, I mean, you could take it, you could listen to it, of course, take the feedback, and then also if you deep down know that there's a way to do it, then try a different way. Because if you're going to be listening to everybody else all the time, you're not really going to have your own voice be heard, because you could have this unique voice that people might not understand just yet. If you keep going, you'll get more refined into that voice.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. It took me a long time to figure that out, and I certainly did it. I'm so glad I did. So were you nervous the first time you went up?
Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah, stand-up comedy is a different type of nervousness than any other art form that I do, because with dancing or acting or singing or whatever I'm doing, just talking in front of people, it's all different, because sometimes with dancing I improvise, or even with acting I improvise, but stand-up comedy has this element of the audience needing to laugh at some point, It changes the whole thing.
Yeah. What year did you start going to the Brainwash?
2004.
2004.
Same year I started this comedy college.
I started going in 2006. That's where comedy began for me, and that's where I met you. And what I remember about you the most during that time, you used to sit alone at this table in the corner, and you always had this smile on your face, like you were easily amused, and it would never leave your face. You looked very amused and supportive by the other comics there.
Oh, thank you. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that, because people are like, oh, who do you think's funny, or who do you think's not funny, or whatever. For me, I love to see every comedian's perspective, because for me, I could see where they think that's funny, instead of judging it. We're like, that's not funny, I'm like, I can see where that's going, even if this is an unrefined joke, you're still taking stabs at it, but you're like, yes, but I understand where you're coming from with that,
Yeah. I was going there consistently for 2.5 years until January 2009. After I was working in a bar in San Mateo, where I'm from, and like all the sex I was getting ended up becoming more fun than doing comedy, so I quit doing comedy for a year. But during those first 2.5 years, I was going to the Brainwash every Thursday, and it was just an interesting but also kind of strange place to go to learn how to do comedy. You know?
Yeah, and I remember you like intermingle with people, and you were always genuine and nice too. I don't remember you being mean or at whatever, talking bad or whatever. You seem supportive of all the comedians too.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, no, I was never mean off stage. On stage, I could be. I had a reputation for doing all these misogynistic jokes, and I wasn't doing it because I was genuine about it, but because I was frustrated because I wasn't getting laid consistently yet. You know.
Oh yeah.
And so my early material was predicated on that, and there was a lot of female comics that like did not like me because they thought that was the real me and stuff. And
oh yeah.
So many of them were like mean to me, and a lot of them are in LA and doing really good right now, like Ali Wong and Marcella Arqualo. You know?
Yeah.
They didn't like me. The ones that did like me were like you and like Rachel McDowell. She was very supportive of me. And a couple others. Alicia Datner, who I'm having on later, she was very nice to me too. But like, yeah, a lot of the female comics, they kind of shied away from me. And it actually got worse a couple of years ago when I started pursuing comedy. There's all these like newer female comics, right? And it's like they want to do comedy, but yet they don't have like a thick skin, you know? And they like take things that a lot of guys say to heart on stage and even off, you know? And they'll even give you the time of day to get to know you. It's weird.
Yeah, I know. I see that happening too, like mansplaining. I mean, I understand the whole mansplaining thing. I think it's just, some people could be quick to point the finger, calling everything mansplaining. And I think it's really beneficial as a comedian to get to know people, not like alienate yourself.
Mm-hmm. The place had such a weird vibe, though. Like, starting at 4:30, everyone would wait in line to sign up at 6, and then the show would start, and it would be completely dead, but then everyone would show up around 8 o'clock or 8:30 to see Justin Scales, because they knew he was going to tear the place up. You know?
Yeah. Yeah, and it's so sad that it closed. Oh.
Yeah, I tried several times to go back over the years, but I never got to, and I'm actually kind of glad I didn't, because I wanted to close that chapter of my early stand-up, and, you know, I started, you know, going to more places in Silicon Valley and San Mateo once that open mic boom started, because that was close.
So, yeah. Oh, yeah. So you're not doing it currently right now, right? Because you're in Reading.
Yeah.
Reading, right?
Currently, I'm not doing it all the time, but when I'm in the Bay Area, I do it. Yeah. Yeah.
Are there places?
I'm sorry.
Wait, I'm not sure. Was there like one place?
Where?
Where you live?
Where I live, there's no. There's really no open mics over here.
I guess you have to drive an hour or something?
Yeah, well, I don't drive. My mom drives, but it's actually 3 hours.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's a long drive from here to there.
To get to any open mic, or to get to any showcase or any comedy show?
Well, yeah, in the Bay Area. And, well, you know, I could go to Sacramento if I wanted to, but I don't.
Oh, yeah.
I don't, because there's just not enough time and stuff. And plus, you know, doing the open mics in the comedy clubs, it's not guaranteed. It's a lottery, you know.
Oh, yeah. You might go all the way over there and not even get up.
Yeah, like Cobb's. I heard Cobb's just started doing an open mic lottery once a month.
Well, yeah, I heard that. I forget what day it is. What day is that?
I think it's a Tuesday.
Oh, yeah, right. So whenever I have something on Tuesdays, I have an acting thing on Tuesdays. I'm going to be at Cobb's on July 8th.
Nice. Who you performing with?
It's called There Goes the Neighborhood Comedy Tour.
Mm-hmm.
So, quite a few. It's a showcase of comedians. So I can't name all their names right now, but July 8th, Cops Comedy Club at 7:30 p.m.
Nice. I might just do that. I don't know for sure, but I'll try to do it.
And if you get on my guest list, you get them for free. So get them for free, y'all.
Okay, I'll let you know if I go. But yeah, I did cry when the place closed because that's where it all began for me. And
oh wow, you literally cried?
Yeah, I was just
so beautiful.
Because I remember those first couple of years were just so extraordinary to like learn how to do comedy, and I saw people who have succeeded, and I've seen people who were very talented but dropped out of it, a lot of them. Guys like David Wiswell and Julian Vance and Nathan Jackson.
Oh, they all dropped out?
Yeah, well, I know that David and Nathan are doing like improv comedy in other states. I know that. But like, yeah, a lot of the other ones, they just dropped out, and I don't know what happened to them. Like Julian, I don't know what happened to him.
Actually, they're not taking a break, like I took a break. Sometimes people just need to like have healing happen or whatever.
If Julian's taking a break, he's taking a long one because I haven't heard from him in like 8 years or something.
I know.
But yeah, I mean, there's a couple that have remained in the Bay Area. I mean, Joe Gorman's moving to New York.
Yeah, that happens in stand-up. A lot of people try it and drop out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there were some really talented ones that were there, and sadly they dropped out. But how long? So see, you've been acting too a long time. When did you first get involved in that?
Let's see. I started like in middle school. So I technically started taking acting classes and just did it all throughout high school and college, and started doing it professionally. And then I kept running into, like, I would take workshops and go to Studio ACT and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But I knew I needed to go deeper, so that's when I always knew about Sanford Meisner. And I was like, well, when am I going to do the Meisner training? But then I learned that there was some place in the Presidio in San Francisco. And I was like, at a point in my life where I was either going to move back to Spain, move to New York, or stay in the Bay Area. And I decided to stay here and do the Meisner training. So I'm really glad I did that because it's helped not only my stand-up or my acting, it's helped my whole entire life because there's so much you have to like go and really dig deep within yourself and excavate and do all this work. So it's helped everything.
Mm-hmm. And you've done any films, like any student films or anything?
Well, I do professional films. I mean, I've done some student, but I'm a professional actor. So yeah, like I'm in the film. I'm in like Milk, Meisner, another one. A lot of them are like indie films.
Mm-hmm.
I can't think off the top of it, but I have an IMDb page.
Yeah.
My IMDb page has.
I saw it.
I'm in my website, CaroleAcuna.com.
Mm-hmm.
And I also do a web series.
Oh, nice. A web series.
Yeah, I do a web series called Microscopically Short Films.
Mm-hmm.
And also another one called Latina Fornia. And I'm doing a regular podcast with Anthony Medina called The Artemis. And you were doing it on radio, then we were doing it like podcast style, and now we're filming it. So it's kind of turning into a web series too. So doing a lot of different things. And it all feeds into itself.
Mm-hmm. Are you with the Screen Actors Guild?
No, not yet.
Yeah, that's.
We're doing so many like independent things, or like non-union commercials or non-union films, or so it's currently not yet.
Yeah, I'm trying to get with that myself. I was interviewed for a documentary, a major movie documentary, last fall. I'm hoping that will help a little bit. It was for a movie about movie extras that Linnea Quigley, the Scream Queen, made, and that was a nerve-wracking experience because I grew up watching her and stuff, and
that must have been exciting, huh?
Yeah, I've interviewed her twice on the show, and to actually be interviewed by her and be right there while she's holding the camera, it was just nerve-wracking. But she told me I did a really good job, and I hope I did. she told me I did a really good job, and I just hope I did. You know.
Oh, I'm sure you did. Yeah, of course, just being you, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Interviewing you.
And it was pretty funny too. I remember she told me to be funny during it and stuff. She told me to like ask her to repeat the first question to make it funny and stuff, and I did.
Oh yeah. Oh cool. What was the first question?
Oh, she said. So what? Oh, how did it go? Uh, so have you ever been an extra on a movie? And then I say, I'm sorry, I stopped listening. Can you please repeat the question?
Yeah.
And it was pretty funny. I felt like John Candy. He did a sketch like that on SCTV where he was like, I'm sorry, I stopped listening. Can you repeat the question? You know?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's so true. People can relate.
yeah, that was a lot of fun. And I hope it comes out like by the end of this year or sometime next year. She said she's been working on it for like almost 20 years, and
Wow.
not the actual filming of it, but just like getting people to cooperate, for the funding and and stuff like that. Like she came up with the idea 20 years ago, and only in the last couple of years it's finally been coming to fruition and stuff.
Wow. Yeah, films can be like that. It's just so interesting. I'm working on a one-woman show too.
Oh.
And it's been quite a journey.
Yeah, I'm working on a one-man show. It's going to be one like no other, though. It's going to be like a really fun one, and I got like all the material I've been doing for the last 12 years, just like all in one package and stuff. I'm trying to figure out where I'm going to place this joke, that joke, and all that.
Oh, is it like a stand-up comedy one-man show?
Yeah, it's like stand-up comedy, and I'm thinking of doing Q&A like Kevin Smith does.
At the end of it?
Yeah. I was like,
cool, yeah.
because I watch him do that. I watch him do that, and I'm like, oh, I can do that. Answer questions and tell funny stories.
Yeah, it's true, yeah. So and that's part of the show too, right?
Yeah.
Q&A part of the show?
Yeah. Yeah. I'm also thinking about singing a karaoke song at the end with a karaoke machine.
Yes. So where are you going to do that?
I don't know. There's a theater that I used to volunteer at in Redwood City called the Dragon Theater. I'm thinking about.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
About that. I just saw a one-man show there.
Oh yeah, there was a couple of comedy nights that they experimented with over there and stuff, and that's how I first became aware of it. But I used to volunteer for their plays so I could see their plays for free and stuff, and it was pretty cool and stuff. I'm thinking about asking them to do it. They're actually the woman who founded the theater. She's stepping down after like 20-something years, and she's selling it to somebody else, and. I guess I'll cross the fingers and the toes, maybe if I can get started there and then work my way to other places.
Yeah.
And
so you want to start, I wonder who's going to own it. You know how things change when there's different ownership?
Oh, I think they have somebody already lined up. I think they announced it like beginning of this year. But I don't want to say too much though. The woman who's owned it for the past 20+ years, I don't know. She's not very friendly,
Oh, okay.
And
Maybe it's a good thing, I guess. The new ownership.
Yeah, I'm hoping the new owner is going to be a lot nicer. I don't know. I don't know. Some people tell me she's just shy, and I guess she kind of is, But I don't know. She's weird, but she's going to be going. Somebody else will be taking over. Yeah, so it's good then.
Perfect timing for you, one-man show.
Yep. Yeah, what's her name? Marga Gomez does the one-woman shows.
I know who that is, Margaret Gomez. Margaret Gomez.
She's been doing one-woman shows in San Francisco for 30+ years.
Oh, okay.
And she used to play
And are a lot of them about her life?
Yeah, about her life and being a lesbian and being Latino and all that stuff. She's she's been doing it for 30+ years. Yeah, she used to play the Brainwash, and I remember meeting her like in the first year that I was there, and I remember seeing her on Comic Relief one year. You know, when Billy Crystal, Robin Williams, and Whoopi Goldberg used to host Comic Relief.
Oh, yeah.
She was on there one year, and I actually remembered her from that.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Oh, doing stand-up on it?
Yeah, she was doing stand-up.
But now she doesn't do stand-up anymore? She does one-woman shows?
Well, her one-woman shows are stand-up, you know. They're like a series of like stand-up monologues and stuff.
Yeah, I've seen part of it, like it was like a workshop thing where they kind of extrapolate. That one was like more like comedic acting. You know how there's a difference between stand-up and comedic acting?
Yeah.
So is hers, I wonder, I mean, at least what I saw, hers is more comedic acting, at least what I saw, but if her one-woman show is stand-up, then I wonder, is she doing it in comedy club?
She does play the punchline sometimes, I know that.
Oh, okay. I haven't seen that. Oh, cool. I would like to see more. Very cool.
Yeah, that's another thing too. You know, the comedy clubs have become so corporate now that I'm just at the point now where I'm tired of trying to please them when I do those amateur showcases and what have you. Because of my social media following, it's getting bigger. You know, doing this show and like doing the other things I do, but it's still not quite to their standards. So like this one man show is like my way of like trying to build a following. You know.
What they're all about, your social media following?
Yeah, that's what a lot of them are about now.
Yeah, it's all about tickets, you know?
Yep. I know it's
pressuring me for the cost show, like, yeah, how many people could you put on your guest list? How many people could you bring, you know?
Yeah.
And I tell people that there's so many people I know, they're like, yeah, sure, but they don't commit. I'm like, yeah, get all people, get on my guest list, please come. And it's free, too, but a lot of people have like an issue committing, going to this thing to get it out there.
Yeah, I hate the bringer shows, I'll tell you. I really hate them. And people in LA who do podcasts, they really hate them too. And that's the subject of conversation a lot on those shows. You know?
So especially because if you're performing a lot, like I perform a lot, I have regular shows every week and it's different things. I'll be doing a stand-up comedy show, then I'll be doing a dance show, then I'll be doing an acting show, then I'll be singing in a different show, and people are just like, yeah, I saw this show. So, they're like inundated with so many different shows they can go to. So if I'm just advertising for a specific stand-up comedy show, I don't know, it just gets confusing with people that come to see my shows because they have so many to choose from.
That's definitely true, yeah. I mean, there's more and more bringer shows in the comedy club starting and stuff, and it's just...
Yeah, it's true, yeah.
It's just getting so ridiculous, though, but with, like, trying to get in and everything. I mean, about 2 years ago, the San Jose Improv was doing a once-a-month open mic showdown, as they called it, and I did it 4 times. I should have gotten in at least the first 3 times because I killed those first 3 times, and then the 4th time I didn't kill so well. I got some bad news before I got on stage, and they ended up canceling it because there was some cheating going on.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there was this one guy. I don't want to say his name. He actually moved to San Diego. He did some cheating and stuff. He was like selling weed to like one of the judges or something, and he only got he only got 1 laugh and was given the light about 90 seconds in.
And he won?
Yeah, he won the main title, and I was like, what the fuck? That's horse shit. Yeah.
Yeah, it's so horrible. Yeah, I don't usually like doing the competitions. It's like, we're all funny in our own way.
Yeah.
Can't you just love everyone?
Have you done any festivals?
Stand-up comedy festival?
Yeah.
Not yet.
Never even done. You ever done Sketchfest?
No, I haven't even applied. I know it's so weird. I should have told. I haven't even applied. But I probably should this year. This year I'm going to do more stuff like that. I just feel like, yeah, I'll do this show, I'll do that show, but I'm like, okay, let me actually apply for stuff. That might help.
Well,
but it's good because I've been bringing everything together because it's been, for me, it's taken a little bit longer because of all the elements that I bring in my stand-up.
yeah.
So I've really allowed for the healing and like the training, and now I'm all healed and trained. So now it's bringing it all together. Like I recently just went to New York, and they filmed the special guest app. You know about the special guest app?
No.
Oh, well, it's for like all performers, like comedians and actors and singers and dancers. It's for performers to get booked more. And so they invited me to New York to film my stand-up for the special guest app. Like, this is for me, like, as a performer, it's like I got to perform in front of people and also get, like, good footage of my set. And then they interviewed me and stuff like that. So that was really awesome. Then I had another filming that happened where they filmed my set, and they're, like, editing it right now. So I do have some things coming up and some filmings. I just stepped in gum right now. Some filmings that are really awesome. So things are moving forward.
Oh, that's great. That's great. Yeah, I've been going to submit a movie screening and Q&A for Sketchfest.
Oh, good. So do you just go to, like, sketchfest.com? Is it that simple?
Yeah, if you go on, it's like SF Sketchfest or something, and you submit when the submissions are open. They should be open sometime this month.
It's good to know. Let's try to submit because I never have before.
Yeah, I'm gonna check it out in a little while, but yeah, I'm definitely gonna do that. I've never done it. I've never done anything Sketchfest related before. I think I submitted a video about 2 or 3 years ago for it, and I didn't get in, and I think that was the only time I ever submitted for them. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna give the screening and Q&A thing a try and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what's your favorite joke of all time?
My favorite joke? That's how you ask a lot of comedians?
Yeah.
I can't think of a favorite joke. Gosh, there's so many. Obviously, there's a cheat. No, I don't really have a favorite one. There's so many jokes.
There's like.
Do you have a favorite?
Oh, of course I do. The one Eddie Murphy said on Delirious about the bear and the rabbit.
I had another one.
A bear and a rabbit are taking a shit in the woods, and the bear says to the rabbit, "Excuse me, sir, do you have a problem with shit sticking to your fur?" The rabbit says no, so the bear wiped his ass with the rabbit.
Oh, yes. I've never heard that one.
Yeah, that's my favorite joke of all time. That's the one I've quoted that joke on the show more than any of them.
Oh, cool. I don't really have. I guess I'm a all PC. I'm like, those all jokes. There's so many that stand out. I can't think of one. And of course, I ended up thinking of all I'm brainstorming right now. A lot of them have physical punchlines. Because I love physical comedy. But anyway, at the moment, I currently don't have one. Maybe that'll be on my to-do list. Get a favorite joke. maybe a top three.
Top three, yeah. I mean, there's so many, but that one is the one that just kills me. The other one that might kill me is what does a redneck do for Halloween? Pumpkin.
And pumpkin, you said?
Yeah, pumpkin.
Pumpkin, like pump. What does a redneck do? Wait, what? Like pumpkin, like kin or people, kin or friendship. Kin means friends, right?
Yeah, he has sex with a relative.
Oh, I thought kin was friends. That means relative?
It means relative, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that one kills me too. I love that one. So, Carole A., I thank you so much for taking the time today. This was a lot of fun.
Oh yeah, it was. Thank you for asking me to do this. Yes. So where's it going to be posted? So I can post it. I can help share.
Oh, I'm gonna post this like within the next half hour. So.
Oh, cool. On social media and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. And then if whoever's listening, you can always go to my website.com. It's carole.acuna.com. If you want, I'll spell it CaroleAcuna.com. And if you could post a website, that would be awesome too, just so they know where to go for some more shows and stuff like that. And get them a guest list for Cobb.
Yes, absolutely. And so, what are your upcoming gigs as far as stand-up?
Yeah, well, Cobb on July 8th. There's also one on 8th Street. I don't have the exact address of it right now, but next week I'll be. Sorry, there's two of them, but I'll post it when you post it on social media. I'll get links in my shows. It says on my website the show's schedule, so I'll post that when you post the stuff. I will post my show link so they can look at my shows.
Okay, great. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Yeah, there's a lot to choose from. Oh yeah, and it's so good to catch up.
Yes, it sure is. You have yourself a great day, and hopefully I'll see you soon.
All right. Yeah, me too. Have a gorgeous day.
Okay. Bye-bye.
All right. Bye.
Well, there you have it. Carole Acuna. Ain't she a sweetheart? Thank you so much, Carole. This was really a lot of fun catching up and talking about comedy and all the projects we got going on and stuff. If you like this video, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Add me as a friend on Facebook. Join my Tommy Kovac comedian page on Facebook. Follow me on Twitter. I'm also on Instagram. I keep forgetting to bring that one up. I'm also on Instagram. Check me out there and all that fun stuff. Well, that's all the time we have this week on Splat from the Past. Until next time, this is Tommy Throwback Kovac saying, there's no shame in living in the past because the present sucks. Later, dudes.